Hey there, good morning. It's Sonia Miller, and it is time to rise and receive. And today I thought that I might start off a little bit differently because I've been hearing from some people that it takes a while for the Facebook Live to kick in. So I'm going to give us a little bit of a warm up time and then I'm going to jump in with what I usually do. But for those of you who are brand new and are already here, this is your 10-minute morning send off. I hope you have your tea, your coffee, your lemon water. And the whole purpose of Rise and Receive is to support you in starting off your day ready to receive your fulfillment by unlearning struggle. So, as I said, I'm going to start a little bit differently as a little bit of a warm up today. And I wanted to give you an overview of the Receive deck that is going to be coming out in the next few months. And hi to everyone who's sending hearts and flowers and likes. Thank you for letting me know you're here. So, I have this Receive deck that I have developed, and there are 4 categories of cards. You can think of them as 4 suits, but this is a little bit different. And the 4 categories of cards are Receive with Ease, Receive Soothing, Receive Nurturing, and Receive Your Desires. And as you continue to return here to Rise and Receive in the morning, you'll learn more about what these categories mean. But essentially what it boils down to is this. In order to become a brilliant receiver, a masterful receiver, a generous receiver, it means you need to learn how to receive not only what you want, but what you don't want. Okay, and a lot of what we don't want that either arises inside of us or rises in life are things that we normally tend to reject or push away. But if you start to reject and push away the things that you don't want, it actually creates a wall, a barrier, or an obstacle to what you do want. So today, the card that I pulled is around receiving nurturing. So what is nurturing and what is the difference between nurturing and soothing? Okay, nurturing is about meeting your needs. And we're going to talk about what meeting your needs has to do with worthiness, your natural worthiness. Receiving soothing is about receiving the don't wants of life. So we need to learn how to soothe that. So whether that's internal things like anger and frustration and fear and pain and jealousy, or a bill or a car accident or bad news from a friend or family member, life is also giving us don't wants. Okay. And so we learn how to soothe those. That's how we learn how to receive it, because that's what allows life to keep offering its next bit of kindness, which is always available to us. Okay. So we want to keep the flow going. The thing that I thought I would just offer you as a way to warm up today a little bit, and then we'll go into the card, is this. Excuse me, I have an allergy kicking up today. I'm going to go over some, not all of the needs for nurturing that there's a card for in the deck. So I'll give you a little taste of this. And what I'd like you to do is take a moment to sit back, because as we tap into the power of nurturing our needs as a warm-up to today's card, I'd like you to see which of these needs sort of arise for you. You can write it down or just make a mental note. And you want to be listening with an ear on, yeah, I actually have this need. And see if you give yourself permission to have this need, if you value this need, if you validate this need, or maybe if you judge this need or shame this need. Okay, and just experiment, just be curious about it. Okay, so do you have the need for attention, availability, time, the need for safety, the need for holding or being held, the need for play, the need for rest, the need for acceptance, the need for compassion, the need for forgiveness, reassurance, respect, being valued. So just let that wash over you and make a note about that for yourself. And as you listen to today's card, let it be sort of a doorway that opens up for you to explore how to nurture your needs and how this connects to worthiness. Okay? So today's card from the Receive deck is Nurture Your Value. Nurture your value. And this has to do with your natural worthiness. So sit back if you haven't already and just let these words wash over you. You come into this world worthy. You are worthy simply because you exist. It is your true nature as an expression of life. Yet, we struggle to know this when we receive messages to the contrary. The wholeness of life shows us balance between endless examples of duality. Light and shadow, physical and spiritual, masculine and feminine. The masculine values doing. The feminine values being. But when you have learned to value doing over being, you struggle with feeling worthy. You learn to receive based on performance. You learn that you must earn your worth, that your value is transactional. Yet when you know the value of your presence and receive simply because you exist, you experience the power of reasonless receiving. This means that everything that is present with you is valuable. Your joy, your peace, your pain, your fear, your loneliness, your fatigue, your needs, your wants. Everything about you is lovable, good, and valuable. As you practice nurturing your needs, you tap into your natural worthiness and expand in your capacity to receive the kindness, abundance, and fulfillment life offers for no reason at all. So with this, I'm going to provide you with a willingness mantra that you can take into your day and see how it feels. Watch what happens as you simply practice this statement of willingness. See it, feel it, breathe it, sing it, try it on for size. I am willing to believe that my needs and wants are good and valuable. I am willing to believe that my needs and wants are good and valuable. Okay? So that is the Nurture Your Value card. So one of the things I wanted to highlight today as I unpack this a little bit is that there are many reasons that we learn to struggle around our worthiness in terms of looking at our value as transactional. Now, transactional value, it can occur for us. We can get messages about that throughout our lives in different ways. The thing I want to illuminate here today is around masculine and feminine energy, okay? As I say all the time, masculine energy and feminine energy is not about gender or sex, but it's about energies or qualities, like I said, life, the yin and the yang, the light and the shadow, the positive, the negative, all right? And the masculine model of power and manifestation is beautiful and powerful under the right conditions. But when we have a malnourished or absent experience of the power of the feminine, which is based in being and feeling and receiving and experiencing and surrendering and nurturing, all of those being and presence types of energies. If that's absent or malnourished, then we will over-rely on the masculine model of power, and we will practice and learn and be validated for this idea that if I do this, if I provide this, if I perform in this way, I will receive all kinds of positive things: validation, value, compensation, everything that gives us a sense of worthiness. Okay? But that again nourishes, or I should say, fuels struggle. So as we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, we allow that to take up the appropriate space and awareness in our being, but we expand our experience and our definition of power to include the feminine. And as we start to give ourselves nurturing and attention, self-care, and start to really learn, what does it mean to nurture these needs? How do I do that? How do I hold space for that? How do I do that if it's not something that I'm familiar with? Simply by being willing, you start to open up to innate value, natural worthiness. It's just, I am worthy simply because I exist. Presence versus performance. Okay? And that feminine power then brings us into the wholeness that we are. And as I always love to say, the most powerful, fulfilled people that I know on this planet are those who really have access to their masculine and feminine energy. All genders have this within us. It's just about nurturing those parts of us that maybe haven't gotten attention in the past. And that discovery process is very rich and very rewarding. And that's what opens up you and everyone that I've worked with to a whole new level of fulfillment and the capacity to receive the things that they've been working so hard for. Working, chasing, figuring out, getting answers, a lot of value in that hard work ethic. But yeah, you can make those things happen and things manifest, but sometimes they don't, even with lots of hard work. And nurturing your needs is an essential key to that. So I hope that this conversation about nurturing your needs and the connection between that and your natural worthiness starts to give you some ahas and light up some light bulbs. And again, the most powerful way to tap into this is with the power of willingness, which is the energy of invitation. So here is your willingness mantra for the day, so I can send you off, opening up to receiving more easily and unlearning the struggle of the hard work ethic when it's over-relied upon. I am willing to believe that my needs and wants are good and valuable. So if you like this, I hope you'll share and like and pass it along to friends and people that you think could benefit from this. You can also click on the links that I'll provide in here with other places to learn about receiving. There are free resources. There's a YouTube channel. Please post your questions, your comments. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.